we could talk about the two last, not the Nancy Guthrie video, but um I've been doing videos on missing hikers in America. Um there's a lot of forest that is undiscovered and unexplored, and there's a lot that we doesn't that we don't know about, and it's mysterious and it's curious, and I like that kind of stuff. And if you like that kind of stuff, then this is the conversation for you. Let's see, I'm still kind of figuring out um YouTube Live. I'm going to do a poll on if Bigfoot Bigfoot is a protector or an aggressor. Or aggressive. If you watch my last video, there have been a lot of reports of Bigfoot protecting um but if you watch my last video, I cover that a lot of Bigfoot sightings have claimed protection of children. Oh, let me bring it. Let's see. I'm just playing around with this because I don't know all it does. If you hear noises, I'm sorry. I got my 16-year-old cooking and worshiping music in the living room, and I got my man on online with his buddies because he works a lot and he doesn't get to hang out with them very often. So if you hear screaming, that's the game, and if you hear music, that's my daughter cooking and worshiping. So green screen, lighting, clothes, sticker effects, sticker. Oh, I got stickers. That's cool. Let's see. But yeah, so there's been a loss, a loss. I can't talk today. Sorry, I worked on it. There's been a lot of missing people in the woods, and is it psychological? Are they going out there and they're just getting in their heads about it, and they're getting turned around, they're getting confused or lost? There's a lot of dangerous places in Yosemite and the Appalachian Mountains. Um, but there's a lot of legend and lore. Lore. Lure. Lure? Lore. Get. Oh my goodness, I have a speech impediment today. Um, well, no, not just today. But there's so much weirdness too. Like people feeling watched. I mean, that can be psychological, but people feeling watched just outside the tree lines, tree knockings, people going missing, not just inexperienced hikers, but experienced hikers as well, which is just like, that's concerning. Because if they can disappear, then so can anyone else. Hmm, that's cool. Maybe questionable. Okay. Is Bigfoot protective of children? Yes or no? That's silly. I don't like it. I don't like the poles. They go like in the middle of your. Hmm. They go in the middle of your face. Start a poll. Okay. That's cool. It's my child with food.
I've come with food, mother.
I'm on live. So, is Bigfoot protective of children? This is my food. My kids cook from. Looks at me. Yummy. Mmm. And then there's a lot of stuff with the missing 411. There's a lot of no, I don't know how to word this right. There's a lot of disagreements on whether he's like real or not. The missing 411. I mean, because he's not wrong about a lot of patterns and people going missing, but there's also been shady stuff that came out about the guy. So he's not, I don't know if he's even like a completely reliable source. But there have been, if you watch my last video, there have been many reports of Bigfoot protecting children, but there's also many reports of Bigfoot being very aggressive and chasing people out of the woods and knocking, if you believe in Bigfoot or whatever this thing is, wood knocking and those weird, like, they're almost like I don't know, some people say they're like signs or how they communicate with each other, but I think they look more like dens. Like I feel like, those big branches, they look like triangles. They make like these like dens, like these housings in the woods. You find them all over the place. And then, there's the footprints and the castings, and some of those, probably 95% of those are fake. But what about the other 5%? Uh-huh. You know. Also, if you go on my page, you can check out some of my artwork. I've been thinking about restarting painting and drawing again and maybe selling it if people are interested. Um, I used to get a lot of people that wanted to buy my artwork, but I'm very personable with it. But if I know I'm doing it for someone, it's a lot easier to give away because art is very personal. It's a part of yourself that you're giving away. So that's hard. Um, I also love reading. I've been thinking of different things to do. I do a lot of true crime and mysteries. I do a lot of God videos and biblical mysteries because I also find those intriguing. I love anything historical or archaeological. I'm also a big nerd. Um, I love reading. So if anyone wants to start a book club, I am down. Uh, I have a whole library. I love fantasy. Um, I'm actually been writing a book for 10 years. If I ever get through it, maybe you guys will read it one day. Um, What else? I say a lot. I'm so sorry. It's a filler word. I like many different things. I guess I'm very eclectic. I have a very curious mind. I try to have a soft and humble heart. But I'm human and sometimes I feel. My dog's out there barking, getting yelled at. Um, yeah. So I'm new to these YouTube lives. I was doing it on TikTok and I was starting to get comfortable on there. And then with that whole switch over, uh, the AI bots became really weird, and either someone spammed me or the AI flagged me for some weird reason because none of my other platforms have any problems with my content. I don't I don't even curse. Like yeah, some of my content can be dark cuz it's true crime, like the serial killers, and I've been trying to cover the Nancy Guthrie case. Um so maybe some of those are touchy. I also read some Edgar Allan Poe. I read The Telltale Heart, which is kind of gruesome. But guys, we read that in school. It's like literally school curriculum, and then they literally have women on TikTok half naked and collecting pieces of cows to put into other cows, which yes, I know is scientific, but you're literally it doesn't look appropriate. Um and you just see, and then these other girls are like, cursing and f this and f that, and like just showing all these vulgar stuff and half naked in videos and stuff, and I'm like, here I am, a lot more conservative in the way I present myself, and I try to be like really careful in the way I say things because I don't like offending people, even if we have different opinions. That's okay. I'm okay with that. That's how the world should work. We should have different opinions. Uh, but that whole thing was weird because it didn't even give me like a warning or anything. It just suspended my account that I worked almost a year on. So that was like a bit devastating. Um, Mostly to my ego, if we're being honest. So I thought I would try doing some lives over here. It's a little different over there than over here. I also do gaming lives. I like to do my mobile game lives, which are fun. Um, when I don't feel like. On this one, I do kind of like that. You can show yourself in your mobile game live, which is kind of cool. But if you feel like if you're having a bad day or not feeling well, but you still want to like communicate with the outside world, do a live. Um, you can do the mobile gaming, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm also going to be doing. I just ordered some Harry Potter floating candles from Timu that I'm gonna hook up, and I'm gonna do a video on it, like fast forwarding like either parts of me putting it up and stuff. And I started the first part of the unwrapping it tonight, but then realized I'm gonna need like 20 batteries, so that's not gonna happen tonight. um, I also have a like I love these mystery games, like the ones where you like find out who murdered who, that are like really realistic. I don't know if anyone would be interested. That might take a long time though. You gotta like go through like gotta be like a detective. You have to go through like a lot of stuff for that. Um, I got one for my birthday and I started it, but I didn't want to do it alone, so I haven't finished it yet. But I might. It's really cool. Um I had this one, it was like who killed Mia or something, and it was mostly online. Like you actually got to see um and it's just a game, not really. And I lived her. Please don't flag me, YouTube. Um but it was really cool because you got to see her unalivement on video. She was like a video media thing. I don't know. It was cool. I played with my kids. It was neat. Um and you got to figure out who who did that. Kind of like Clue, but better. I like mysteries. Sorry, I'm tired. I've been working all day. I'm on a Lord of the Ring kick right now. My man just bought me a Lord of the Ring purse, and I've been rereading Lord of the Rings, and I watched all the movies because I'm a dork. I love Harry Potter. I love anything Harry Potter, anything Tim Burton. I'm big on Tim Burton. Um, and I like, yeah, I just like a little bit of everything. I try to be a kind of person, but I also have a very curious mind, and I don't know where this channel is gonna go. Um, but you know what? Who cares? Maybe this channel will just be who I am. I know, like, some are like, oh, separate God, separate your darker videos. That's why I have like Nightly Haven and then Nightly Haven in the Light, where Nightly Haven is like more darker videos, and my Nightly Haven in the Light is my more godly videos, and I have them all on one channel. And yes, I could separate them. Um, and maybe I will one day. I don't know, but as of right now, I'm just trying to build my channel and just be myself and not be, I'm just trying to be like transparent on who I am. And some people might have a problem with them and some people won't, but only one I have to answer to is God, so they don't really matter. Um that's something that I have, that's my own journey. You know what I mean? Like if God's gonna condemn me, he's gonna condemn me and I'm gonna feel it. Um and as a human, maybe sometimes I ignore it and maybe I don't, but I've come a long way than where I used to be for sure. Um, dang, I don't. You don't realize how much you say until you do videos. It's ridiculous. To like bite my tongue. Don't say it. So yeah, I like doing National Four. I just love the National Four stories. Um, there's a few. Shout out to Dougie Corrado, Storyboy. Shout out to Mr. Ballin. Shout out to Let's Read. These are all inspirations to me. What Lies Underneath. I love him. You know, those are all great, great, great channels that all seem authentic and that really have worked to build their channels. But those are ones that inspired me. I love Christina Randall. I love Seriously. Uh what else? But then I also like watching history documentaries. I love biblical history. I love archaeology. I wanted to be an archaeologist at one point. I wanted to be an actress at one point. I like writing. I love art. I love music. I love singing. Um, I very much love life and nature. And then I try to love people. Sometimes they make it difficult, but I love them anyways. People are hard. People are judgy. They think they know you within 3 seconds of meeting you, and they have no idea what you've gone through to become the person you are. But I hope at the end of the day that I become a person that I can be proud of. And if I'm half the woman my mom is, then I'm already winning. Um, yeah. So I just wanted to come on here real quick and just say hi. And I'll be on here more often. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do like lives before after videos. I'm still like kind of working the live parts out. I'm not really that big of a channel. I'm not really anyone. I'm a nobody. But I like doing it and it's fun and it makes me happy and I'm consistent at it, which I'm not consistent at anything in my life. So that's saying something. So I'm gonna stick with it. And I really just appreciate that everyone that stuck with me, every, subscriber, um, even if it's only, 100 or 200 or 300, 400, whatever. Like, that's someone that took their time out of their day to watch something that I worked on. And that means a lot to me. And yeah, I just feel like made me a little emotional. But I mean, no one really watched my video and no one did my poll, so. But I'm still new. Have a good night, guys.